Hey there team, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to some more Satisfactory. That's right, we started in this unusual biome. How lovely does this look? I'm really enjoying, well, this biome. Wonderful. Okay, so we're over here piddling away with copper. Okay, that makes sense. Let me think. Let me figure out what's going on here. It's probably safe to say, oh, there you go, portable miner, that sort of thing. No, I think I can join the dots here. I'm going to set up a copper mine. Here we go. Oh, that ambience is quite lovely. Alright, so we'll do that. We'll get a smelter, I suppose. Yeah. We'll make sure we tell it to do copper ingots. Get a constructor. Oh, geez, it's all getting a bit hairy up there. Let's just curve him down here a little bit, eh? Nice. And we're going to tell him to make copper wire. And then for giggles, we're going to put a storage container right there on the end. To scoop it all up. Okay. Let's get a power line to hook all the boys up. Then we'll bring this back into central. Oh yeah, I guess it can connect to that. And off we go. So they're just yellow because they haven't got the gear in them yet. Oh, cool. I guess I'll, how do I clear that? With Q? Nice. So let's just go, okay, so we've got fuel being collected there. That's wonderful. Nice. So we'll just do a hot lap here. Look at that. Take all. 150, okay, cool. So that's still got a little bit to go. So is this. Yeah, right. So at the moment we kind of mark time a little bit. Run around, grab some bushes. It's always a bit of busy work to do. Now this is the grass side, is it? Leaves, yep. And the other side must be the wood side. It's like I know how my own brain works. That's right. We don't have mergers yet. Oh boy. So let's just top up the power while we're here. Look at that, going strong. Now what did we end up unlocking? We've got the lookout tower, which is handy. And we can start making foundations as well. Very good. So I guess we could start thinking about that and making things like neat and tidy and organized into little factories. I've tried many different experiments over time, mega factories, mega cities, that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, centralizing the production of one individual thing, now that I understand, that makes sense to me. And then like the idea of maybe sort of having it all converge somewhere else, that's another thought as well. I'm still, jury's out on how to do multi-story stuff, you know? How best to build it up. Because I'm not against having a big tower that goes all the way up. I've just found it kind of tedious expanding upwards in this game. You know, just the vertical mobility required of being a first-person character. It's actually kind of a pain in the ass. You know, and even if you use some of the assists like jump pads or tubes or anything like that, or even ladders, you still have to build all that infrastructure. Whereas, you know, generally speaking, I find it less of a screw around to just sort of build your factory in one direction. So I think that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. I mean, at the moment, we've only really got these 3 things getting made as it is. Oops. Can I have a peek at what the next milestone might be? Can I have a look at this? Here we go. Current milestone. Right, so making screws is going to be a thing. All right. So that gets me thinking. If I don't want to disrupt the flow, where are you? Where are you, rods? Because you need rods to make screws, right? This is the rod production here. No, it's not. That's the metal sheets, of which we now have enough. But if I was to preemptively start building rod production, probably out here, I'd say. I think what I might do is, well, we're going to get splitters as well. That's what's actually getting built. So I think before it goes into this storage, I might just do a 1-to-1 split. Just sort of keep it all basic at the moment. And then we'll have that run into I suppose, another constructor, of which we're going to need cable to make. So we'll make that. Oh, reinforced plate as well. Nice. I think we'll split off there and, well, I kind of want to use the foundations now as well, don't I? So let's, I quite like these ones. What's the plus do? Oh, that. Okay, whoops. No, I'll put that on 5, and I'll put that on 6. 5. And I tend to align it to the cardinal. I found works quite well as well. But I mean, that's... we won't get into that too much just yet. How about we start off like this? Down the hill a bit. Oh, it is all very interesting now. So maybe we build a constructor right here. We'll tell that to make screws. And I guess we could just put a storage container here. Huh? Missing cable, huh? Okay. Make some more of that. You know, let's put that there. And then like that. Probably good to have it not to take the last one if you can help it. Oh, and then we've got concrete going here as well. I'll take all that. Oh, we might not have much space left for the other things. It's very hilly, isn't it? Oh, that's 150, that's cool. And the copper spools actually go fairly quickly, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're covered there already. quite. Did I build a desk around here? Keep expecting a T-Rex to come out and bite me or something. Might just push this last bit through, eh? So yeah, I don't know, I mean, I guess I could build a mega factory in a way that each floor has its own production. Something like that, but then it'll all end up looking quite ugly, you know? Yeah, I'm not really sure. What else could you do? You could do floors by building, like the actual machine type, because things like smelters and all that will throw all sorts of spanners in the works. Now, I guess you could do something like that. But at that point, you're like, why don't you just have separate factories, you know? What's this? No, whoops, wrong button. Alright, well let's just brute the last of this out. Not ideal. But we are getting the ball rolling. $305, there we go. Oh, hang on, I'm on the wrong side, my bad. All right.
Milestone reached.
Thank you, miss. Now let's grab the next milestone. Which is this. Alright, so as discussed, we need to get screws going as soon as possible. Yeah, it's interesting actually, because I've obviously been playing a little bit of Dyson Sphere program as well. Actually, you know what? I think you can put splitters straight onto a line. I really should do that. Yeah, like that. Come on. Or is it just not enough? Oh no, there it is. Nice. And so that'll start making rods. Look at that thing, that structure. Very cool. Another thing I've been thinking more and more about is like the idea of transforming an entire chunk of the landscape into essentially factory. We do have water here. I'm curious if we have different water levels at different heights. Oh no, we absolutely do. Because I previously had to climb up a humongous mountain to tap coal, and there was water in there. Yeah. Maybe we'll use this as a 0 point, actually. This could be interesting. This little lagoon. I mean, I've got to wait for my stuff to produce anyway. We need copper spool, and we need screws. That won't take too long. But still, this could be an interesting experiment. Okay, so again, I like to cardinal face on the clips. If you, I've covered this in my streams previously. But you see what I mean? If I turn to north, to east, this is actually perfectly aligned. If you were to look at it from an overhead map, it would be perfectly cardinally aligned. And then what if we go and put it down at perfect water level? I mean, I know this isn't going to be sea level, but this is going to be relative sort of water level. Like that? Yeah, cool, because your feet can slosh as well. Yeah, nice. Right? How interesting. Now, we don't want to block out all the water because we're probably going to use it for stuff. Oh, look at this. But then it raises questions. It's like, okay, well, how am I going to order this horrible nature, you know? And then I guess we can just stack this on top of that. Right? If it's clipping, then stack it. Same would go like there, I guess. It's an interesting sort of practice in idiosyncratic organizational behavior, of which I'm sure a lot of people have this as well, you know, getting everything organized just so. And then you're like, well, how do we deal with these lips? What is a good rule of thumb to deal with these lips? See, look, this is going to have to get covered by my little rule, by my idiosyncratic rule. Even that would need to be covered because of the corner. I'm going to come up with a sort of, well, I might as well grab this grass. And I'm like, this is interesting, but then we've got all these uneven steps. Now we've got ramps available to us. Maybe ramps are the answer. I thought we could replace some of these elevated lumps, but no, we already allocated them under a, let's say, a rule. Okay, we're going deep on crazy, right? The rule was there was some exposed ground or grass. Even that grass, got to cover it up. Let's go, right? Is this a bush? Okay, good. So we won't mess with the things under rule, but I suppose we could ramp otherwise. So if I went to the Q menu, 1, 2, and 4, eh? Let's go 7, 8, 9. Let's hotbar all of you for the moment. Because here, that's a 2 jump. Which is this one. Same sort of goes for that. Oh, now I've got a thought. That this is north facing. So what if, as a sort of general rule, because it's like, which way do you push the ramps? Because now we've got a lip problem here. Now, I believe that we can unlock some more interesting, like we might actually be able to unlock a double ramp with a bit of a curve or an indent here, but that's much later on. But I think for the time being, maybe we just go all ramps are north-south facing. Now what's the point of this, you ask? Well, I mean, eventually we will have, like, this is already looking a lot more uniform, but through the course of this we'll probably end up with a generally pretty flat space that we can work with. Is it going to be the final sort of area that you do build your factory on? Well, probably not, no. But along the way we could probably just build all sorts of bits and bobs. Like now we're starting to develop quite a bit of open flat space. What is in there? It's almost like a secret little area. Yeah. And now we've got stuff happening contained to a bit of a system. Go 7. Yeah. This is interesting. This is interesting. Anyway. A cool... Oh, we'll grab this thing. A bacon plant or something. Alright, I'll take all that. What do we got here? Nothing. Oh, this is my fuel. Okay. Almost. And then we'll go get the copper. So maybe I roll out that system across the world like a creeping bloody virus, like the Tyranids destroying the planet, you know. I like that analogy, that works very well for me. And we just sort of see what comes of it all. Alright, we're not quite there. We could use a little bit more screws as well. So I might continue on my little project. See, now trees can chop down what's going on in here. Oh, sorry, chainsaws, that as well. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, this will be a bit time consuming. And then like all this uneven stuff, like you can start to see it sort of take a certain form. And then I guess I could come in and fill it back in as required. I wonder if I can colour the floor. Can you paint floor colour? Because I wouldn't mind having this grey foundation as my basic foundation, but then if I decide to, like for example here, it'd probably be advantageous to fill in this bump here so I can build something interesting, right? But I wouldn't mind painting that as a different colour so as I know that it's a, it's not part of the actual required foundation. It's an expansion to make building a bit easier. We're going deep into the crazy side of my brain. Yeah, grass clipping through, not good enough. I know I don't have to double layer it like that, but I feel like testing if the grass goes through is sort of is due diligence. Any bushes in here for me to grab? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, quite a bit actually. It's coming together. Okay. Let's just grab the last lap of things. Take all. This is interesting. I might even embrace the spaghetti out of this. So we could potentially have a little bit more of an eccentric factory. In that if I'm building this platform slowly across the land, I can just start filling it in with whatever. Which would be a cool challenge unto itself. Like, put down the machine that I require right now. Well, I'll have to come up with a proper system to have a good feed you know, that I can put down any building and feed in any particular resource that I'm feeling like at the time. Not feeling like, but, you know, require.
Milestone reached.
What did we even unlock then? Oh, we got the MAM? Well, that's cool. Yeah, just to confirm, the MAM got a few other little bits and pieces, a bit more inventory space, and we're on to tier 2. We'll just pick the first one straight away. So we're going to want to make cable. Everything else we're making at the moment, but cable, yeah. So that's the other thing. I know I did a simple peel for the screws. Cable is to coil is what screws are to rods. The same sort of system. So we'd want to peel that off. But we'd probably want to split it as well. Okay, we're going to make maybe a master factory, roughly, at least. We just start trying to take up as much of this space, uneven as it might be. I wonder if I could build across there, actually. You know what? Like, it might present immediately as uneven, but that might not be the end of the world. Right. We need a constructor. Isn't that interesting? I'll be able to build across that. Yeah, I might just embrace the mania. Well, how do I... What is the relationship with the ground as a rule? What would be... I like that I'm building on all these rules. Encroaching on clearance, eh? Alright, so it only can get away with so much. Okay. Cable. Alright. I'm gonna want to split out of this, but there's not much room there, so I might... No. We'll put a splitter in here. Come with me, and you'll see. It's feeling a bit like that. Bit fucking insane, Willy Wonka style. Right, so what if that's from the west? What if everything feeds from the west? Yeah. Can't really have a rule for how belts flow, but we could make it always in on the west. Always in. West is always in. Or going eastward, I suppose, is one way to look at it. This is going to be a particularly insane factory. I look forward to it. Okay, cool. So I guess we build a storage container here. Like that. You're not plugged in. So we're not really sweating the small stuff. It's going to look insane, but the point is that we're making faster progress than if we got too bogged down. That's kind of what I'm grasping onto here. There we go. Wouldn't mind a chainsaw to deal with that. And there we go, we're building cable. Cool. Yeah, well there you go. Welcome to the inside of my insane brain. There is a meta method to all this, and on the sort of, dare I say, micro scale, down here in the first person, this is all looking a little bit wonky, but you do this for 1 kilometre, for 2 kilometres square, oh, a big method will start to appear. And when we can just have a rolling, nonsensical factory that has meta sense. This is cool. I'm kind of psyched to see where it goes, to be honest. Alright team, thanks again for joining me. Might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.